everyone, Ellie here and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome, I'm very happy to have you. Today's video, I don't really know what it is, in all fairness. It's kind of like products that I'm decluttering, some products that I regret buying, kind of like just a mishmash of kind of things here. So I did actually go through and declutter the rest of my collection off camera. The reason being is I did film obviously the first two drawers. I knew there was quite a few products in there that I would have got rid of. The rest of the collection, there wasn't really a ton for me to get rid of, just because I did my blushes and stuff when I reorganized my collection, and you guys know I just have an attachment to makeup just in general, so I just knew there weren't going to be a ton, and I just thought it's just going to be so boring for you guys to watch because I'm literally going to want to keep everything, and I'm probably going to only want to get rid of like one or two things, and I just thought I can't really make a video out of that. So I've kind of just scrammed through my makeup collection and pulled out some things that I just really adamantly am getting rid of, but I just know like I just need to freshen it up. I just need to give it a bit of spice, if you guys know what I mean. Just get rid of it, freshen it up a little bit. And I also thought there are some products in here that I do like regret buying, so like I just thought I would mention like some products that I regret buying, but these are just products I've decluttered and why I've decluttered them, and I will explain to you guys. So without further ado, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And without further ado, we're just going to dive straight in. So let's crack on. So I went through my foundation slash concealer drawer and I actually decluttered this foundation. Now this is the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Radiance Foundation with hyaluronic acid, and it's medium slash full coverage. I just don't reach for this. Revolution was so OG for doing their big doe foot applicator, and I was a big fan of that. I was like, yeah, like living for it, Revolution. It's just different. And now we've got this pump. I just don't reach for it. Like, I think the Revolution original one, now this is the Hydrate one, the Revolution original one was just really cool, and I just think like this just bores me a bit now, and I just don't reach for it. I don't know why. Honestly, it's just not something I reach for at all. Probably something I reach for like once or twice, and it's like never been used, so I kind of do regret buying this in a way. I should have kind of considered the fact that it would have a pump. No, nothing against pumps, because I love a pump. Like, a pump is better, but I just think it ruined the whole OG of the big doe foot applicator, just it being so kind of easy. So this kind of just bores me a bit, and I just don't ever reach for this one, so I decluttered this one. And then I also decluttered the Makeup Revolution Super Size Conceal and Define. Now the reason I decluttered this is because it's super old. Like, this is crusty, guys. Look at this crustiness. It does still have a decent amount of product, but it's literally crusty, and I feel like I've had it for like 152 years. This one's in 0.5. I did get like a super light one, but yeah, yeah, it's just super old. It's just crusty. That just needs to go in the freaking bin. That just needs to go. Same with this concealer. I was going through it and I was like, girl, how like have you kept this? This is just so gross. This is the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser Concealer. Now this is such a good concealer, but I mean, look at my cat. It's literally so dirty, guys. And like the doe fur, it's just, as much as this is generally a great product, and as much as I do love Maybelline, I just think this doe foot thing, I mean, I think Maybelline were trying to be a bit smart, and I just don't think, look, I mean, for one, nothing really squeezes out. You've got to like really click, and finally you're getting some sort of product come out. But I just think, because like the original product that's been on there already is kind of like oxidized in, so it's kind of gone like super orangey, super dark on there, so I kind of feel like that blends in. Plus, like, it's just not hygienic for having it on this kind of sponge, because it's just dirty and gross. So I am actually going to declutter this one as well. Yeah, I don't really like the concept of it. I mean, it's cool, it's a nice product, concealer's great, but yeah, I just don't really like the sponge thing. It just puts me off. When I look at that, I'm like, ew, gross. So yeah, I'm decluttering that one. Now we did declutter a few blushes. Now if you know me, you know that I have like 3,020 blushes, and I have such an attachment to blushes. I literally cannot let go. I can just for anything, but I actually managed to. Now this has took some real freaking like pushing for me. I actually managed to get rid of 4 Colourpop blushes. Now, if you watch my channel, if you're an OG, if you know me, you know that I am an addict towards Colourpop blushes. You know that I want to collect every single collection, have every single shade, and I just like, it's just enough now, girl. Like, come on, like, it's just pathetic. So I actually got rid of 4. Now, these are like the harder kind of plastic packaging, the softer packaging. For instance, the ones I have here, the ones like the Sailor Moon one and stuff in, oh, that's it, in the cardboardy packaging, I do much prefer them. I just think they're super nice, and I just love the packaging on these, whereas like these ones are kind of just like the boring packaging now. So I am getting rid of this one. Now, I don't know what part of collection this is from, but it's the pressed powder blush in Coast to Coast. Now, I think I got like a bad one or something, because mine's like really crusty for a start, and also mine like really rattles. Yeah, it bugs me. So I'm gonna get rid of that, even though like I really did like that collection and it was really pretty, but that just bugs the crap out of me. So I'm gonna get rid of that one now. And I also got rid of 3 out of 4 of these blushes. Now, I was going to get rid of all 4, but then I kind of re-swatched them and I kind of really liked one of the shades. But I don't know, I was not a fan of really any of these shades in general. We've got the shades Night Bloom, which is this purple, and I thought, oh, it's so unique, I don't have a colour like that. But like, when am I going to wear that on my cheeks? Like, when would I wear this purple? Like, come on, girl. This one's Night Bloom, and then we have Tearing Up My Heart, which is just not my colour at all. It's just like a really like orangey peach colour, and I just don't really like that. I like a pinky blush. And then we've got Whole 9 Yards, which I just think is like, is too dark. I kind of need something like in between. So yeah, it wasn't really a big hit for me. I didn't really like that collection at all. Nothing against Colourpop, because their blushes are absolutely brilliant. But yeah, I just was not a fan of that blush range, actually. So I managed to get rid of 3 out of 4. Next blushes we managed to get rid of. I actually managed to get rid of 2 Doll Beauty blushes as well. I actually went on like a massive splurge when these come out, because they were like limited edition, and I think I purchased like 7, and I actually managed to get rid of 2 because I think I kind of just rushed through and was like, yeah, I'll have that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and I kind of didn't really acknowledge the shades very well, and I just never really reached for these. I absolutely love some of the shades I have, but I mean, shades like this, Viva La Vacay, is just not a shade I would reach for. It's a dark kind of tanny peach color. It's just not something that I would reach for at all. Beautiful formula, beautiful packaging, just not a color that I would reach for. So that's something I do regret buying, because although it's a beautiful product and although it's absolutely beautiful, the color is just not for me, and I just don't wear colors like that. And then same with this one. This one's in C'est La Vie. C'est La Vie. Very Frenchy, but this one's a like real dark pink color, and like, let me swatch this for you, because you're gonna be like, whoa, literally look at that. It's like super bright to like the max bright. So yeah, I kind of like thought about it, and I thought like if you blend it in, it's kind of like not really as bad. But I was kind of just like, girl, you haven't reached for it, and you don't reach for it. And I just thought, like, I'm always just like, oh yeah, I'll probably reach for it. And then like I go to decluttering it, I'm like, no, I'll reach for it. And then I just don't reach for it. So basically I have to learn to let go and learn to filter in new stuff. So I'm getting rid of this one as well. I'm also getting rid of a Too Faced Love Flush blush. Now, again, these are like a baby to me. This is like my children. Like, I can't believe I'm doing this, really. But this one's in How Deep Is Your Love, and I don't know whether, again, I got a bad one of a batch, but mine was a little bit crusty on top, and I did find it was a bit hard to get some of the product off. Also, it smells a bit funky, so I don't know whether this was like older compared to the rest of the ones I have. But I'm just, yeah, I'm gonna declutter this one, because although it's like super nice and I just love the packaging, and I just don't reach for it. That one's just a bad one of the batch, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. And then we're getting rid of this Illamasqua blush duo. Now, I think the formula of these blushes are super nice. They are super smooth, super gorgeous, but the packaging's super bulky. Like, it's super bulky, and I'm just not a fan for packaging like this. Like, please just make packaging like this, nice, thin, like easy to store packaging. Like, this is just super bulky, super thick, super like hard to store. And so yeah, that's basically the reason I'm getting rid of that. So I regret buying this in terms of just like, it's just a chunky package product, and I just don't reach for chunky products like this. So although the blushes are great and I love the colour of these blushes, I'm not going to reach for it because it's too chunky. And then the next product I'm getting rid of is kind of like a blush, but it's kind of a highlight as well, is one of the e.l.f. blush duos. So we've got a blush and then we've got a highlighter. As you can see, this one's in Spiced Apple. Now I do have 3 other ones of these, but this was just, again, something I wasn't going to reach for. The blush is very tanned, peachy colour, not really my cup of tea at all, and this highlighter does look very, very dark. Like, look at my skin and then look at this, like, it's not going to work for me, honey. So I am getting rid of that one as well. And then with a heavy heart, I think I'm still like, no, I can't let go. But this is the Huda Beauty like Nymph in Luna, the lightest shade. But it's just like, I do like this product. It's a nice product, but it's just so big. Like, I just barely use this because like the only time I would use it is if I went on holiday and it was like super bright and like I had it all looking glowy. But it's just super big. Like, how is anybody ever supposed to get through all of that product? Like, it's too overwhelming for me, hon. Like, if you had it in a package like this and it was just like you had a decent amount in there, like, I mean, you do get your money's worth for what you paid. I think this is like £40, but I just regret buying it because I just never wear it, like hardly ever, and it's such a massive product, so it's just so much product going to waste. I haven't had this like ages and ages and ages, so I probably will put this on my Depop because I probably used it, what, 3 or 4 times. It's just so big, like, honestly, it's so big, guys. So with a heavy heart, I am getting rid of that, although it's really, really nice, and I love Huda Beauty. It's probably my favorite brand. It's just too big for me. It's just too big. Now, last but not least, we're getting rid of 2 pairs of lashes. Now, you've probably seen these in a haul of mine. These are the Pound lashes in PL12. They're just not really a style that I would wear. Again, I think I kind of just picked some at random, and then I kind of saw these when they come, and I just don't really like them. I don't really like the shape of the lash, so I'm going to get rid of those. And then I did put these in my drawer. I don't know why I put these in my drawer, but this is the e.l.f. Dramatic Lash Kit, and you get 1 pair of lashes and 1 eyelash glue. Obviously, I didn't open these or touch these at all, so I'm probably going to pop this in the giveaway. My giveaway is just basically all e.l.f. products, so I hope you like e.l.f. I might pop these in there as well because, again, literally never ever used. And I don't really like eyelashes that come like this. I like to know the brand. Like, I just like the brand being on the eyelash so I can just know exactly what I'm using. I just don't really like products like this, so I do regret buying them. But anyway, guys, that is it for today's video. I just thought I'd show you a few products, what I've kind of picked out from my collection, and I'm refreshing. And I just thought I'd tell you, you know, why I'm decluttering them and if I regret buying them. So I hope this is a video that you have enjoyed. If it is, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. And I will see you in my next video. Bye for now, guys.